So I am making this video because something huge just happened. And that is that DNF Duel has been updated at what was it? It was around 1:36 a.m. And in the patch for 1.06, this is what we receive. This is it. This is all we get. Nothing else, nothing hidden here, so we can just maybe laugh it off and say, oh yeah, there's more stuff to come by, but no. They just nerf Striker's Rising Fist, so instead it makes it so that the second strike of Rising Fist has a reduced guard stun, which means you can now DP against the Striker if she tries to go for her jumping M skill right from her DP, so it's no longer safe. Or you can roll away now. But this does not mean that if you were to try and, let's say, go into your first hit of your DP into your M skills, you can still do that. In case of Grappler's changes for Magnum Salt, it says here that reduce time enabled attack during the charge effect version. Now, I'm not too sure what that means. What it could mean is that they reduce the time between how exactly he's able to then initiate the next attack right after. So if he, let's say, attacks with charged Magnum Salt, and then he tries to go for, let's say, I believe it's 4S or charging 4S, he can then not perform it as well. Like he might not be able to perform it consecutively. So this could be a fix to the infinite that he has that's almost nigh impossible to perform in a real match. But they seem to have done that for Grappler. So in my opinion, this isn't really a big change to Grappler, which in my, again, opinion, isn't really much in terms of what they could have done for Grappler. I feel like they could have done more, but no, this is what they given to Grappler. And I'm not gonna test it because it's plain as day what it probably means when it's saying that. Now for Hitman, they are stating here that Build Drill, which is his DP, has reduced guard stun after final strike. Now, I think this is a typo or maybe they probably added final strike and they meant to put shattering strike. They mean that once he's in awakening and he tries to go for shattering strike from Build Drill, it has reduced guard stun. And that when you use the move and they are blocking the move, it has more guard pushback from using shattering strike from Build Drill. So that means that you can probably DP the target. And it makes rolling into Shattering Strike a little bit easier than before. Now, does this mean that you're able to then punish the Hitman from doing so? Well, from here it seems like you can actually punish the Shattering Strike once you roll in, but it's not really all that easy to do, in my opinion. It is easier to roll in, but you gotta time the rolling quickly so that you're able to punish him. It's gonna be super quick, if not you'll miss. So if you don't really go in and try to hit with 2A, then essentially what just happens is that the Hitman's going to block. So your only real best bet is to just grab. Well, I whipped there. Now, the one thing that the patch notes does not say is that this actually works with any of the Shattering Strike you're using from other moves except one. So for example, if I try using Final Strike into Shattering Strike, you can roll away. You can use 6M into Shattering Strike. Of course, doesn't really showcase here. It is harder to do, I will say, to try to roll away from the 6M into Shattering Strike. So you gotta be a little bit more on timing to actually perform it. Now, the one you can't do and make work so that you can actually punish the Shattering Strike is 4M for some reason. It doesn't work. I tried it against the computer, and I tried the computer attacking me and seeing if I can somehow roll away, and it does not work. It actually is the only thing that actually makes Shattering Strike safe. Now, the biggest nerf, from what I can see, that they've done is against Swiftmasters. You can see it's basically taking almost the majority of the changes up. They decreased the MP regeneration rate. They also basically decreased the regeneration rate from Wind Twist, Wind Orb, and Storm Quaker from what it looks like. So that means that now it requires more time to actually gain back the MP regeneration when using these skills, which is nice. And that means that maybe some combos won't deal as much damage, or it won't have as much pressure anymore because it doesn't have the MP to do so. Storm Strike, Vortex Hurricane, and Storm Quaker now has reduced guaranteed minimum damage. I don't know what this means. I'm going to assume that now if you're dealing the damage against your target, it will deal more, should I say, it should deal less damage against the target now. That's what I believe. Wind Blaster, Stormquaker, and Sonic Move now has reduced guard gauge reduction amount. So that means that combo that you've seen on Twitter, where he's able to basically curb stomp players by simply just performing a completely 100% guard crush block string, that's now now reduced, it seems. I'm hoping that's true. Then Wind Blaster, Wind Twist, and Sonic Move, at least in terms of Wind Blaster, it reduced guard stun time and reduced damage. So I don't know what's that going to be doing to Swiftmaster's bullshit. Wind Twist now has reduced duration time, increased stun time, and disappears when guard break is inflicted upon Swiftmaster. And Sonic Move has reduced white damage against opponents when guarded, and guard stun decreased when triggered in what it seems like the down forward direction. So yeah, that's nice, I guess. You can test yourself whether or not these are good nerfs to Swiftmaster. I don't know how to play Swiftmaster, so I can't really showcase whether or not Swiftmaster has actually been adequately nerfed. But here's the thing. We've been waiting for 2 months for an update, and this is what they do for the update, which tells me that they really did not listen to feedback, or they didn't bother to look at the feedback from the community. I'm glad that at least for Hitman, they made it so that now he can no longer abuse the Shattering Strike on certain moves. That's great. I'm happy for that. I'm glad that they nerfed Rising Fist for Striker, so now you can't really do your bullshit second hit on your DP into your MP skill and getting scot-free some true block string damage and whatnot. I'm glad that they've basically nerfed the majority of his Swiftmaster skills, which again, I can't really test because I don't know how to play the character, but hopefully there's going to be a video uploaded from some influencer out there that will know how to actually demonstrate the nerfs that the Swiftmaster has now. But this is all we have gotten from the update. Nothing else. No buffs to Vanguard, no buffs to Launcher, no buffs to Lost Warrior, no buffs to Ghostblade. Any of the other characters in the game that are considered low tier have not been buffed. Have not been buffed in any way. This is what they decided to basically do with the update. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe there will be another update coming up soon, maybe very shortly, but I don't think so. Nothing new about, let's say, maybe buffing the mechanics in game. Maybe somehow fixing the matchmaking problem, which I don't really think they're going to do anything about, really, because Guilty Gear Strive has the same issues. Just that it's not at a particularly higher problem than it is in DNF Duel, I guess. And the bugs that are in the game, well, they didn't mention anything about the bugs here, so it seems like they don't care about that. And what about DLC? My voice cracked. What about DLC? No new characters, it seems. Big patch that we thought was going to be a big patch because we waited for 2 months and nothing happens besides just these few things. Yeah, I don't think this game is gonna do well for the next few months. And I know I'm being a doom gloomer and all that shit, but just like I really like this game a whole lot. I'm not dropping it for any reason, but I still think that these nerfs to Swiftmaster, okay, they're fine. Again, do not know how to really demonstrate what these nerfs mean. And I understand that Striker has gotten a decently good nerf for her DP and a decently good nerf for Build Drill from Hitman with the Shattering Strike. but it's not enough. I would have liked to see more stuff to be added into the game that would have fixed some issues and whatnot for some characters. So overall, yeah, I guess that's it. This is the update, and if we don't hear anything else from the developers or Nixon, then I guess this is what we're gonna be getting for now. Yeah.